And just like that, we're back.
The Bucks don't stop here. Milwaukee Bucks, green and growing, better each year.
Green and growing.
The Bucks don't stop here.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your man, Cloudboy Bales. And just like that, the start of the NBA season is upon us. I cannot believe it that we're at this point already. This offseason seemed really short because actually, well, it was. But yeah, it seems crazy that we just saw the Lakers win the championship last year and the Bucks got upset in the second round of the playoffs. And, you know, we got to rebound from that. That's just something that's just got to happen. But I'm excited. I don't know what to expect this year. But from what I know, we have a winning culture in Milwaukee. And that's, of course, what I want to be able to have for the amount of time I grow up. I mean, we are lucky enough to have Giannis Antetokounmpo sign the Supermax deal, which obviously gives us, you know, him for at most 5 more years. He could go for another. But, you know, those are probably the rest of his prime years before he starts to diminish. But, you know what? This is what we have. I feel like, you know, a lot of people are going to be like wanting to come to Milwaukee maybe, you know. This is a big deal. I mean, I don't think a lot of people realize how big of a deal this is for our city, or just Bucks fans in general. I'm excited just to see how he handles himself, his new teammates. It's going to be exciting. So I feel like we have a lot to talk about in today's episode, so let's get to it. So obviously, Giannis signed the Supermax deal, so that extends his deal, a 5-year extension worth $228 million or something like that, which is pretty big. I mean, he's going to be receiving like $100 per second or something. I think that's what the math adds up correctly, but that's insane. I mean, to be making that amount of money is just beyond phenomenal. I have so much to anticipate for this season. I'm excited beyond belief. This is I mean, yeah, we're going to be a great team in the East. I mean, we have, you know, everything that we kind of need. I mean, but this is a new start. A lot of people knew that, you know, some of the people, you know, really need to step up or haven't stepped up in different ways. Of course, playoffs, you know, everyone was saying how, you know, certain players cannot play well in the playoffs, and really Giannis is doing everything by himself and our whole team sucks, and, you know, I'm hearing all this, you know, but, you know, I think this is a fresh start. We actually have a lot of fresh faces, and in all honesty, I think, you know, a lot of these new guys might be great assets for this team. That's just really exciting. First off, to start off, let's talk about the Jrue Holiday trade. I don't know how he'll do. I mean, he's a great weapon. He's comfortable shooter from anywhere, great passer, great defender, someone that you'd all around want on your team. He can basically do everything. I feel like it's great because, you know, I'm not saying that anything bad about Eric Bledsoe, because, I mean, he was good for us, but in playoffs, he's just straight up was terrible in the playoffs. You know, and I feel like at this point we really want someone to do well for us, and we actually want to win playoff games. That is something I'd want more than anything. Getting Jrue Holiday, first off, if you haven't, every time the Pelicans have made the playoffs, or, you know, he's been in it, he's been unbelievable. Like, he knows how to win games, and he can really just produce for any team that he wants to play for. And that's why we got him. You know, everything is getting tougher from here. I mean, we got so many guys, so many people. But I feel like getting Drew Holiday will definitely fix what we need. That's just something that really comes up. Giannis. I don't know how he's improved. How is he going to improve at free throws and 3-point shooters and jumpers? That's the thing, okay? If Giannis is just going to take the ball and dunk every time, I don't know how teams are just going to have to figure it out. Once he gets older, he's going to slow down, and then he's going to have to develop a jumper. How do you think that's going to work out? If you're going to now be forced later on to take jumpers. I mean, that's what Michael Jordan had to start doing. Every player had to start doing jumpers and stuff, and he needs to start making his free throws. Like, he's not as bad as Shaq when it comes to free throws, but I think there was like a game I watched in the preseason so far this year where he missed 4 straight. It can't happen. You gotta make your shots. Like, I don't care. Like, you gotta be at least above 80%. You can't go under 80. That's just my expectations for being someone who, in my opinion, will really get you wins. Of course, everyone's anticipating Chris Middleton to suck this year. Now, I get why. Because everyone's like, Drew Holiday is going to get all the time, and Middleton's going to be not worthy of anything, and he's going to suck, and he'll get traded, and we'll get another star, and it's going to be like, blah, blah, blah. What? Why? Why would we do that? Okay? Now, I know what Giannis wants, you know. Like, I heard rumors, you know, like Giannis was saying that he wanted Bradley Beal as one of the people. And then the whole thing about he wanted, I think Bogdanovich was another guy he wanted, but that didn't go through. I mean, obviously it was disappointing, but hey, it worked out in the long run. We actually have a bench now. Back then, we wouldn't even had a bench. So, I think it was a benefit for us, but, you know, I mean, I'll be honest, I mean, Dante DiVincenzo is not even that bad at shooting guard. I mean, if he gets more confident, then I mean that's going to be lights out. But you know, our starting 5, from what we see, Drew Holiday runs the point, and then likely Dante will fill in at shooting guard, or they might switch positions. Who knows? And then you got Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Brook. That's that. So going on, I'm obviously going to talk about the little acquisitions that we got, and what my thoughts are. Of course, Drew Holiday, you know, that's what we got. We traded away Bledsoe and Hill for him. And then Marvin Williams retired. Sterling Brown signed with the Rockets as a free agent. Wesley Matthews signed with the Lakers. Robin Lopez signed with the Wizards. And we cut Ersan Ilyasova. So, you know, a lot of the team last year was gone, cut, and we got a bunch of new faces. Going one by one, we started off by signing DJ Augustine to be the backup point guard. Great move. He's not George Hill, but he's definitely a great guy that can come off the bench and give us points. Very undersized, but you know what? He can shoot the 3. He's just a veteran. He's a veteran, and that's someone that we could really use. You know, I know that they want to get the young point guards. They want to sign. I was hoping they'd get a young point guard or a young shooter or someone like that. But I feel like next year is the year that we might do that. Augustine was a great pickup. You know, I feel like he'll spend the rest of his career here. I think, you know, it's a great signing. After how he actually did a really good job and we played him. Obviously a lot of people remember him from Orlando. He actually was getting some clutch shots against us, which kind of was scary. But yeah, that's that. I mean, he's good. I mean, that's why we got him. Bobby Portis. He's going to be our 6th man, pretty much. From what we've seen in the playoffs so far, he can produce points off the bench. That's what we need. Last year, that was George Hill, and obviously we needed a guy. But, you know, last year we really lacked the big man. Like, we always had Giannis and Brook, and then our next big man would always be, like, either Robin Lopez or Marvin Williams or Ersan Ilyasova, and they'd hardly even get many minutes. This guy, I think, will get minutes. Bobby Portis is, he's got to work on defense a little bit, but he's been with really bad teams in the past, so that's why people are going to come and call him the underdog. I really want to see him progress. I really want to see him do good. I'm excited to see what he has and what he can bring to this team. Then we later on signed Brent Forbes, a guy who can shoot the lights out whenever we can. Some people were saying that he was going to start, or others were going to be like he comes off the bench, but regardless, he, I think, is going to be a huge addition because the dude is just a straight-up shooter. Pure shooter, anything that you need, all-around player, great underrated player. He played with Popovich for the last couple of years. Kind of a little bit of fan of him, but I think it's a very underrated pickup. And then we got ourselves Tory Craig, who was last on the Denver Nuggets. He was actually a starter, but I feel like from what I see, he'll either come off the bench when we need him because his defense is fantastic. Also, he can shoot three, and I think it's a great signing for us. So yeah, those are some new acquisitions. And then, of course, the only other guy that we re-signed that was a free agent was Pat Connaughton, but I think everybody knew we were going to re-sign him because, he's a team favorite. And then also we got still DJ Wilson for one more year. He's been playing really great. From what I've heard, he's been playing really great in practice, preseason, whatever. He's just been fantastic. Yeah, I really want to see him get some minutes and hopefully actually get playing time this year because when he played, he was really good, and I'm a fan of the guy. I don't know what the team would do. He's one, in my opinion, he's the favorite on the team. If you're a Milwaukee Bucks fan, you have to like DJ Wilson, otherwise you're not a fan. That's just purely simple knowledge. Every single girl has the hots for him that I know. I don't know why. But yeah, but he's a great all-around defender, shooter, and I think he's going to step up this year. Absolutely, you got to. And then our rookies, Jordan Nora and Sam Merrill. Jordan Nora, I think, was one of the most underrated pickups. I want to see this guy get more time. I think he's going to be huge off the bench if they really give him time. He averaged like 18 points per game last season with Louisville. And then the other guy we got, Sam Merrill, basically a shooter. So maybe he might get minutes. I believe he's going to be G-Leaguing, and then when they see how great he is there, they're going to bring him up. I know that's what's going to happen. We got a lot of guys, that we really didn't get a chance on, and it's been like really great stuff. Stupid ads. Yeah, but I'm just, I'm really stoked. I'm really stoked. Anyways, to start the season, the Bucks are taking on the Boston Celtics on the road. I believe it's on the road. December 23rd, that's on TNT. It's going to be a primetime game. It's exciting. I don't know what to expect, but Boston, I think might start out a little bit slow because they're without Kemba Walker. They don't know how long they're going to be without Kemba Walker for, and then usually every time we play them, Jason Tatum plays terrible because who does he have to play up against? Giannis. So that's what it is. But yeah, Boston, of course, is going to be some tough games that we play against them this year. And then we play at home on Christmas against the Golden State Warriors. Those are two great games to open up with. Stephen Curry is back. They traded for Kelly Oubre. I'm not saying that, and then they drafted James Wiseman, but the Warriors, in my opinion, are, a lot of people are like, are they going to make the playoffs? Are they going to miss the playoffs? Are they going to be a bust? Without Klay Thompson, that's pure, he's purely Steph Curry can't be Steph Curry without Klay Thompson, but so far, Steph Curry's just been himself. Do I think it's going to win them a lot of games? I still don't think that their defense is really good at all. Their defense is just straight up terrible, which is why the Bucks should win this one on Christmas. But I don't know what will happen. I don't know. And then we play Miami twice. How does this happen? Why do we play Miami twice on the road? Why? Makes no sense to me, but it's going to be a tough stretch. We start the year off with a lot of tough games. it's going to be great. I mean, I can't wait to play against the Nets. I mean, the Nets are going to be really highly anticipated with, my opinion, Nets have a starting lineup that is really threatening. I mean, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, LeVert, Harris, and then Dinwiddie off the bench. It's going to be that's a really scary team to compete with. Just right there. And then, of course, you got Boston, who's good. I don't think Toronto's going to be as good, but you never know. I mean, Toronto will just play great in the regular season. And then, of course, Miami. Don't forget about Miami. Everyone's sleeping on Miami still. They went to the finals last year. Jimmy Butler is unbelievable. I mean, Bam Adebayo is going to be a great center. I mean, he's top 5 center in the league, in my opinion. And then, in my opinion, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know I'm from Milwaukee, and I know I don't usually like saying these things, but Tyler Hero will win Sixth Man of the Year this year. It's guaranteed. I always ripped on the guy before, but, I know there's all these other guys that really are candidates like Trezor, Harrell, but no. Tyler Hero will win Sixth Man of the Year. It's guaranteed. Yeah, that's that. But what's more important is we got to have the Bucks got to win. And to finish today's episode, I'm just going to give my prediction on what I see and where I see them stand. They are going to go 50-22 and be the second seed behind Miami. That is my prediction. It's a fair prediction. A lot of people are anticipating it, but I see Miami going 1 seed, Bucks being 2 seed, Nets being 3 seed, Boston being 4th seed, Toronto being 5th, Philly being 6th, Washington being 7th, and the Pacers being 8th. That is where I see it. And then on the other side, I see Lakers going 1, Clippers going 2, Mavs going 3, Nuggets going 4, Suns going 5, Warriors going 6, Portland going 7, and Utah going 8. That's where I see it as of right now. Yeah, so that's that. Anyways, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Of course, we got big days in sports coming ahead. Packers got to finish strong, and Badger basketball also going on. It's exciting. I am really excited to see how they do this season. So anyways, this is Cloud Boy Bales. We'll see you next time. Stay smart, stay safe, stay smart, and fear the deer. We'll see you next time.